Hello YouTube, it's Akrid again, back with another video from the home studio, and this might actually be one of the last shots you ever see from this place, because it's finally happening. I'm moving out of this tiny home studio into a new dedicated space. It's not huge, it's not glamorous, it's not gonna be super fancy, but it's gonna be better than this, I'm sure, or at least I hope so. And don't get me wrong, this room has been great, and I've had a great time in here and I still kind of love it, but what you haven't seen on camera is all the struggles I've had to go through to rearrange and move stuff around and reconnect and disconnect things just to be able to make certain projects, both for videos and for music. So sure, I can't complain because having a home studio like this isn't possible for everyone. I totally understand that. And for me, things are happening, and I feel like I'm at this point now where I kind of need a separate space to be able to do all the stuff that I want to be able to do for myself and for my business, for the YouTube channel and for my music and all that stuff. I'm definitely gonna prioritize stuff like vibe, inspiration, functionality and workflow over stuff like aesthetics and nice designs and stuff like that. That could always be accomplished with lighting and creative camera angles, so that's not really a problem. I'm also pretty much all set when it comes to the gear that I need to be able to do all the stuff that I do, because I've done this for a few years by now, if you haven't noticed. That's weird. But the room itself needs a little bit of help. I need to fix some holes in the walls, I need to repaint the place, I need to install some proper acoustic treatment, and all that stuff needs to be done right now. So let's move into the studio to do some of that work, and let me talk to you guys again in like a minute or so. Boom!
Now we do it like that and like this. Do it like that and like this.
Made enough mistakes for everybody in this room to tell you what not to do.
That's what's up.
Alright, so I've taken care of 3 of the 4 walls right now to fill up all the holes and everything, and the next step is just to put some paint on the walls. Then I need to move all these things around to be able to access that wall, fix the holes and paint that one too. So things are happening, which is cool, but it's really echoey. But yeah, let's paint. It's the middle of day 2 right now, and all the walls has been painted with 1 coating, and 2 of the walls seems to take the paint just fine, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that because it looks good enough. But 2 of the walls that's made out of concrete or stone or something seems to just not take the paint as good. I guess it doesn't show on camera at all, but there are different lines going on here and the paint is just not evenly spread, so it doesn't look good at all. And I'm not a painter and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do 1 more coating on this wall and that wall over there right now. Now I've done 2 different coatings on those 2 walls and it still looks really bad. Hopefully that's just because the paint hasn't, completely dried up just yet and settled and everything like that. At least that's what I'm hoping for. If that's not the case, I don't really know what to do here. Maybe I'll have to hire someone to fix this, but let's just hope for the best. And my hands looks like this right now. And I'm completely out of paint, by the way. So right now I can't do anything more here, and the plan is to leave this place alone for a few days to go to my dad's summer house to spend a little bit of time with him and then get back here and hopefully everything looks good by then. Right now though, it's actually kind of hard to be excited about this because of the bad paint jobs on the walls. And well, I'm just gonna hope that everything looks better in a few days when it's all set and dried up. Does it sound like I have any doubts? Yeah, of course. I'm not sure about this at all. Let's, again, just hope for the best. Okay? And about a week later, I'm back here in my city again, back in the home studio for now, which looks like a complete train wreck with all this stuff going on. Let's go to the actual studio again, check out the walls, and hopefully it looks better than it did in my last clip. So we're back in the studio again, and I've spent a little bit of time to clean stuff up and move things around, and these two walls looks great right now. I just had to wait for the paint to dry up to completely set and become flat and even, and now it looks great. So I'm done with the paint job in here, which basically means that I could start moving stuff in here. By the way, I'm using my Video Mic Pro Plus on top of my camera now instead of the lav mic, so I guess the reverb is even worse than before. Right? And that's where the stuff behind me comes into play. These acoustic panels that were left in the room when I first got it, as well as the boxes over there from Toman, or Toman, or however you want to pronounce that. Let's talk more about this in the future when I'm actually starting to put the acoustic treatment up on the walls, but this is what I got. Acoustic absorbers for the corners of the room, I've got a bunch of those, as well as these flat absorbers that are supposed to go on the walls like that. And these diffusers out of styrofoam that are also flat and goes on the wall. And you know, that's where all these things becomes one, because I can't start doing the acoustic treatment before I've kind of made up my mind about the setup and the actual layout of the room, and I can't start moving any stuff in here before doing the acoustic treatment, because it sounds like that right now, which is not good. And I'm gonna fix that with these different things. I'm not worried at all, that's gonna be cool, but I need to think a little bit about how to go about this. Now, yet another day has passed and I'm back in the studio again, and I'm thinking about the next step here, which is again gonna be the acoustic treatment and the actual layout and setting up of the setup itself. That's all going to be covered in my next video because it's time to wrap this one up. Thanks a lot for watching this one. I think it's really cool to document this process, even though I don't expect these videos to get tons of views. Maybe it's helpful for someone, or at least it's helpful for me to actually talk about what I'm doing step by step. Again, thanks for watching the video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, ha det gött!
Accurate beats.